Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Zemo, the dad in DPS, and we're back again with another episode of Scrip My Pants, a series where I spend 2,000 scrip in order to find some sort of crap in this game. Yeah, it never usually goes too well. But before we get into that video, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and if you'd like to support the channel, there are the relevant links down below, like YouTube members, and my coffee link. So, let's see what junk I pull out of my butt today. So, for the first time in a while, I have 2k script on the one character. Yay, less editing for me. So with that, we're going to see what we are going to get today and see what funky crap I can potentially moan about. Anyway, number 1. Mutant Slayer's Gatling Plasma, 25 faster fire rate, 1 agility. Now, Mutant Slayer's is pish. If you want to go fight in Westec, yeah, great, yay, good gun. But it's just not a good effect, let's be honest. No specific effect really is, and you don't get enough boost from it personally. Next up, Mutants Snub-Nosed Pistol, bashing damage, 1 agility. Now, while I am an advocate for saying Mutants is not a bad effect, bashing damage and 1 agility on here really isn't helping anything. This thing's going to end up in the bin, let's be honest. So far, not so good. And that is not improving my chances. Suppressor Short Assault Rifle. Replenish action points with each kill, faster movement speed while aiming. Suppressors is always a bad sign. Until they add raid mechanics into the game, this is just a crap weapon. Moving on. Ghoul Slayer's M79 Grenade Launcher. Damage while aiming, resistance while aiming. Again, specific damage effects aren't really great, and to be honest, Ghoul Slayers on this is a bit overpowered for killing ghouls. I mean, you could kill ghouls with an ordinary one in just about one shot most of the time. So yeah, bad weapon. Furious Tesla Rifle, limb damage, 1 agility. Now the reason why this one is bad is because the Furious effect doesn't really work on a Tesla rifle. It arcs damage between enemies, which means you're not landing consecutive hits on the same target. Unless they've changed that. But yeah, pish. Definitely getting script. Mutants Black Powder Pistol, 25 damage while aiming, faster movement speed while aiming. This game's trying to give me the rage today, isn't it? I'm not even going to go into that, it's horrifying. Troubleshooter's Pipe Bolt Action Pistol, bullets explode for air damage, damage resistance while aiming. It's robots. Specific damage is just, it follows me like some sort of creepy uncle. Give me aristocrats, give me anti-armor, give me junkies, anything more than those. Yeah, zealots, double barrel, limb damage, 1 agility. It's, again, you don't really need that for taking out Scorch, they are squishy as anything. Nearly 1,000 script used and nothing. Instigating minigun. Again, instigating on this weapon is pish. The other 2 effects, not that bad. Instigating pish. Absolute rancid. Berserker's Cryolator. Replenish action points with each kill. 250 damage resistance while reloading. Why, game, are you doing this to me? Oh, that's the first 1,000 script out, and it's just been absolute stank water. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Anti-armor short radium rifle, 25% faster fire rate, faster movement speed while aiming. This one is actually really good. This could only be considered better if the last one had VATS or reload speed. This is a fantastic version of this gun. Anti-armor on a weapon that has an effect, well, an alternate damage mode. Reduces the armor of the enemy, which means more damage from it. So yeah, fantastic gun, absolutely love it. Absolutely, definitely going to test it. Thank God. Next up. Okay, this is another actually decent weapon. Aristocrats is a decent damaging effect, and last shot on a weapon that has such few bullets to shoot is actually potentially quite good. You could argue that 25 damage while aiming would be better. I would disagree, or VATS crits. But yeah, this is a low-key decent pull for this weapon, and I'm quite happy with it. Thank God. Mutants Short Double Barrel Shotgun, VATS crits, damage resistance while aiming. Mutants again isn't a bad effect, but realistically in a double barrel shotgun I don't think it's the best one to go for. Either way, it could be worse. I mean, we've seen worse. like 90% of what I've I brought in tonight has been that bad. Ugh. 7 more to go. 2-shot combat shotgun, replenish action once with each kill, and 250 damage distance while reloading. Now, if this gun did what I would expect it to do, 2-shot for a shotgun would be amazing. Unfortunately, 2-shot on a shotgun's really bad because instead of firing an additional 12 pellets, it fires 1. Apparently. I could be wrong, that may have been changed, but that's my understanding for it. So 2-shot is actually really bad in a shotgun. Well, not really bad, it's just bad. Ooh! Anti-armor ultra sight Gatling laser, 25 faster fire rate and 1 agility. Again, really decent weapon. The 2 effects together work really well, and faster fire rate on one of these things is absolutely stonkingly powerful. I would sometimes argue the 25 damage while aiming is better because it just stops you using as much ammo, but it just depends on realistically what you think is better. I'm honestly not 100% sure. Either way, decent little gun. Little gun. A massive gun. Okay, let's go into a couple of things. First off, it's a vampire Gauss shotgun. That's pretty damn decent. Now, the faster fire rate here is not what I would consider to be the best effect. However, one thing does come to mind. The faster fire rate is going to enable me to fire out a crap load of shots really quickly. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be doing the damage when I do that. However, I am going to regenerate the health. So it's low-key good for surviving, and then when I have the time, I can charge the shots and blow the heads off things. So this is actually decent in different ways. I'm actually quite happy with it. I'm quite surprised it popped up. I'm getting lucky with Gauss shotguns recently. Next up, Nocturnal short handmade, 25 damage while aiming, 90% reduced weight. Nocturnal is not the best effect, but in tandem with the damage while aiming, I mean, reduced weight's always okay. It's not the best effect, but it's okay in the sense that your weapons don't weigh as much. So yeah, okay little gun. Probably still either going to sell it or not, but I don't really know. 3 more to go. Juggernaut's Gatling laser, VATS crits, 1 agility. Now, I'm not a fan of Juggernauts on heavy weapons. You can't hide, and I think that's the best way to use a Juggernaut's weapon when you're able to, not be seen. So I think this one's pish, and I'm probably going to scrip it. That and VATS was on it. It's never good on a big weapon like that. Juggernaut short western revolver, bullets explode for any damage, 90% reduced weight. Again, that's the kind of problem. It's not a stealth weapon, so it's gonna lose a lot of utility, but then again, these fucking things hurt. So you can blow the heads off of most things before they get anywhere near you, so it's okay in that sense, but again, Juggernauts is not the best damage effect in the game. It's quite poor, if I'm honest. Needs buffed, I think. But either way, last but not least, Furious Gatling Plasma, VATS hit chance, breaks 50% slower. I'm not too fussed about this weapon at all. Furious on a heavy weapon like this is technically good, but this thing, it's just, yeah. I don't think Furious is really usable on this type of gun unless you are up against Earl or the Queen, and the rest of the effects aren't really that great for it. Either way, it is what it is. So, let's get on to tonight's picks. So I think for tonight's first pick I have to go for the anti-armor ultra sight Gatling laser. 25% faster fire rate on here basically makes it essentially a god roll. You could get the faster reload speed in the bottom, but with this type of gun it really doesn't shave that much seconds off realistically. So yeah, fantastic, decent weapon, depending on what you view ultra sight Gatling lasers and all that kind of crap, but I actually, after testing them, think they're low-key quite good. That's my opinion. Either way, I think it's a decent weapon and worthy of getting spotlighted here. Now this one is, it's difficult to say, and the real reason I've got it on here is Vampire is a very good Gauss shotgun effect. Now the 25 faster fire rate is actually good in certain situations. When my health is low, it will allow me to spam shots to get my health up really quickly. In terms of damage, it's not going to increase my overall damage, but it is going to help me stay alive in tough situations. And on top of that, the Gauss shotgun is not a weak weapon. It does a lot of damage to a lot of enemies, and this one is going to ensure that you survive, and the reduced weight is going to basically stop you from, well, carrying a big heavy brick of a Gauss shotgun. Overall, I think it's a decent little weapon, and it has utility. Not so much damage compared to what it could have, but definitely utility. Alrighty, so tonight's top weapon is the anti-armor, 25% faster fire rate, faster movement speed while aiming radium rifle. Now you guys know I like a radium rifle. I like underrated weapons, and I just like weapons in general that are not as common. Combine that with the fact this thing has anti-armor, which in my head is probably one of the better effects for a radium rifle to have, because it's going to reduce that radiation resistance and allow this thing to do more damage. The faster fire rate is one of the only effects I would recommend in that middle space. VATS crits and VATS hit chance being the only other two. So technically, yeah, it just depends. Bottom slot could be occupied by a better effect like reload speed or your VAT cost, but overall the gun itself is going to do very well. And you saw my video, well, I hope you saw my video on the other radium rifle I reviewed, and it did well. It did really, really well, despite having the flaw of the 25% faster, not 25% faster, the 25 damage while aiming, because I feel this gun just, well, it might just be me, is very poorly aimed. I'm bad at aiming. Either way, I think it is definitely tonight's top pick, and I look forward to trying to use it. And with that, guys, we have another video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And as usual, if you'd like to support the channel, there are the relevant links, like our YouTube members and our coffee link. Now, before we finish, let's thank our YouTube members, which are Golty, Wyatt Blackburn, Wallers, me, Deofane Gaming, Colin G, Brian RMC, Peggy McKnight, Matasbo, Devilman Games, Marcus Carrasco, Scott S, Bubba Doodle Mom, Ranger McSprudle, and Anxiety Ranger. Big thanks to all of you, it really helps at the channel, and I am hoping that you guys have had a great, well, Christmas period and are enjoying life. And we'll catch you all next time in the Wasteland.